everyone, and welcome back. If you're new to our channel, my name is Tiffany Garten, and I am with homesofdaytonabeach.com. Today I'm going to be talking with you about reasons why I love living in the greater Daytona Beach area. And when I say the greater Daytona Beach area, what I mean is the full east side of the county. And what that encompasses is Ormond Beach all the way down to Port Orange. So that's what I'm talking about when I say the greater Daytona Beach area. I decided to settle here in the Daytona Beach area a little over 17 years ago. I come from really small town America in the Midwest where there's not a whole lot to do. So when I arrived here in Daytona, I realized, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff to do here, but it still gives you that small town feel because the east side of the county is broken up into several different smaller towns that we just refer to as Daytona Beach as a whole. I really fell in love with the location of Daytona Beach, obviously the weather. There's so many things to do. There's great food, markets, and tons of events that locals and tourists alike can enjoy throughout the year. And while Daytona Beach is actually really known for a tourist destination, that's actually one of the other things that I really love about this area. I love to meet new people, talk with new people who are visiting or maybe thinking about moving to our area, and sharing with them the knowledge that I have about our area and things that I enjoy doing or that I think that they may enjoy doing as well. I talked a little bit before about all of the events that Daytona Beach has to offer, and there are a ton throughout the year. So you're going to be able to enjoy a lot of racing events. They hold those 3 times a year. They do have bike events for motorcycles. They do that 2 times a year. They also have a lot of other events at the International Speedway for motorcycles. They do a Jeep Beach with a fun obstacle course. There are concert venues. There is a band shell downtown on Beachside in Daytona where they do host a ton of free concerts throughout the year, specifically mostly in the summer, but it's a lot of cover bands that you may really enjoy. It is free to go, just bring your lawn chair, and it's a really great time. And the band shell is also close to the boardwalk here in Daytona Beach where you can enjoy great food, drinks. They have a little arcade, some fun park rides, and it's just overall a really fun and enjoyable time down at the boardwalk and the band shell. And while we don't have a professional sports team here in the Daytona Beach area, we do have a really awesome AAA baseball team, the Tortugas. It's located right off of Beach Street, right here in Daytona Beach, and it is a super fun time for the family. If you want to hang out with friends, they have a beer garden, the tickets are super cheap, and sometimes they even do fireworks after each of the games, so that's a really fun event to go to. Daytona Beach is referred to as the world's most famous beach, and there is a reason for that. Daytona has a lot of history in regards to the racing scene, but we are also one of the only beaches in the state of Florida where you are allowed to drive on the beach. We do have several different beach approaches scattered throughout the east side of Volusia County that you can access the beach by car on. It is much easier if you are a resident here and you have the annual residence beach pass. That current cost is $25 for the calendar year for each resident's car. And to have that, you just have to have a valid ID and show that your car is registered in Volusia County. And you just pop that right on your window and you can go on and off the beach as much as you like. If you prefer not to drive on the beach, Volusia County has done a wonderful job making several different beach access points for walkovers. There are a ton of different public parking spaces here and parking lots within Volusia County that you can park your car and walk over the beach approach with your gear, your cooler, your chairs. But if you don't want to lug all of that stuff down to the beach with you, they do offer beach chair and umbrella rentals here on the beach as well. They do have food trucks and a lot of other fun activities that you can do while you're sitting out and hanging out on the beach. There are also several restaurants located right on the beach, and so if you are hungry or you're thirsty, you can walk right off the beach on up to these restaurants and they are happy to serve you whatever you'd like. Some of these are also located in hotels that have pools, and they are sometimes pretty accommodating to the locals if you want to use their pool as long as you buy a drink or some type of food. And if you do have family coming to visit from out of town, then just know that Daytona is slammed full of tons of different hotels for them to stay in if you'd rather them not stay at your house. Another really fun activity that my husband and I enjoy doing as residents here in Volusia County is boating. It's very popular. There are, I can count at least 5 or 6 boat ramps off the top of my head that you can utilize for free to launch your boat right into the Halifax River, or sometimes people refer to that as the Intracoastal. It's one and the same. But you can launch your boats, jet skis, kayaks, paddle boards, any type of personal watercraft you can launch from any of the free boat ramps here. And those will give you access to the Intracoastal, and you can go up and down the river, and it just depends on what your activity is going to be for the day as to which boat launch that you choose to launch your boat from. If you want to do river stuff, then any of the boat ramps will be fine. We also have a ton of restaurants on the water that you can pull your boat right on up to. And another fun activity that a lot of the locals like to do here is go to Disappearing Island. And while it doesn't quite disappear like it used to, some of the sand has shifted around a little bit, but you just park your boat right on the sandbar and have a good time hanging out and playing in the water. It's a really fun activity to do on the weekends, and it's very, very popular. Now, if you'd like to go out into the Atlantic Ocean, our nearest jetty to get into the ocean is Ponce Inlet Jetty. And it is about a 15-20 minute drive straight south from Daytona Beach. They do have a boat launch there as well. And you just hop right on out to the jetty. If you're looking to do some deep sea fishing, Volusia County has done a really amazing job creating man-made reefs here out in our oceans, with the nearest one being about 5 miles offshore and the furthest one being 25 or 30 miles out. So they've done a really great job making man-made reefs accessible to us as residents. The greater Daytona Beach area also has a ton of parks and recreational facilities here for families to utilize. And here they're also going to do tons of community events like Port Orange Family Days. They have Greek festivals, Native American festivals. You're always going to find something to do at one of these parks that we have here in the area. If you are concerned about schooling, then rest assured that you are going to find some of the county's best schools located right here in the greater Daytona Beach area. They're top rated, A+ schools. Some of them are very desirable, and we just have a great educational system here. If you're looking for further education, then Daytona Beach also does have 3 accredited universities here in Daytona Beach. We have Bethune-Cookman University, Daytona State, as well as Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Daytona Beach also has a very healthy medical care community. There's tons of hospitals, doctors, specialists. Whatever you need, you're going to be able to find it right here in the Daytona Beach area. Another thing that I think is important to mention is our sheriff, Mike Chipwood. He is a very prominent figure here in our county. I see him out in the public a lot. He's always out at community events. He's always interacting with the public. I feel like as a whole, our community really loves and embraces him. And he is tough on crime. So that's something that I really enjoy about our community, is that we have someone who cares for us so much and wants to make our community a better place. Daytona Beach also is constantly doing improvements. We are a rapidly growing city and area. We've expanded quite a bit in the last 2 or 3 years, and I foresee more expansion as the years go on. But they've done a really great job at making sure the roadways are expanding to keep up with the traffic flow. We are getting a lot of new job opportunities, which helps with our unemployment rate. It's actually pretty low as compared to most places in the state of Florida as a whole. And we are seeing a lot more housing developments being built within our area to accommodate the people that would like to come and move to this beautiful city. And no matter where you're at in the Daytona Beach area, you're going to be really close to both interstates 4 and 95. Another great thing about Daytona Beach, and really Florida as a whole, is that we do not have a state income tax here. So it becomes much more affordable for families to relocate to the state of Florida because we don't have that state sales tax. Whether you're looking to retire, it's you and your significant other, you and a family, or just you by yourself. It does make it a lot more affordable than some of those other states throughout the country. Daytona Beach is also home to the Daytona International Airport, and while it certainly isn't to scale to Orlando's International Airport, it does have several different airline carriers that do fly throughout the country, a lot of connections in Atlanta and South Carolina, but if you're looking to get anywhere, you can certainly do that right here in Daytona Beach, and you don't have to make that trip to Orlando to get on an airplane to go visit your friends or family, and it's easy to pick up friends or family who may be coming to visit you here in the area. And the last thing that I really enjoy about living here in the Daytona Beach area is the weather. And while some people are like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. True, it is hot. But since we are on the coastline, we do get some of those really nice ocean breezes, which is going to keep our area just a few degrees cooler, but a few degrees is pretty significant, than what you would see in the middle of the state, where it's going to be much hotter because they don't have those awesome ocean breezes that we get here. I know that we've talked about a lot of pros here and things that I really enjoy about living in this area, and there are a ton more things that we could talk about. So if you are thinking about relocating to the greater Daytona Beach area, I would love to have a conversation with you. You can always reach us on our website at www.homesofdaytonabeach.com, or you can reach me directly via call or text at 386-262-2011. Thanks, and hope to hear from you soon.